Welcome to Central Global News Podcast. This episode will be focusing on the Israel-Gaza crisis. We will talk about the events of last week, which has seen the most violence in Gaza and Israel since 2014. This new chapter of fighting was triggered by the situation of a holy hilltop compound in East Jerusalem. The site has special significance for both Muslims and Jews and is claimed both by Israel as part of its undivided capital and by Palestinians as the capital of a future Palestinian state. On this area lies the predominantly Arab district of Sheikh Jarrah, where Jewish settlers have been trying to get the Palestinian locals evicted from. These efforts led to clashes between Palestinians and Israeli police. Hamas, the political movement that rules in Gaza, demanded Israel remove police forces from the area, and shortly after their ultimatum started launching rockets. Last week has seen the escalation of the conflict with missile fires and communal violence between Israelis and Israeli citizens of Palestinian origin. On Saturday, 10 people were killed in an Israeli airstrike on a refugee camp in the Gaza Strip. On the same day, Israeli Air Force destroyed a tower block housing the offices of Al Jazeera and Associated Press. This event has been decried by many as an attack on the freedom of press. On early Sunday, Israeli airstrikes killed at least 26 people in Gaza, according to officials. The Israeli military claims to have bombed the home of the political leader of the Hamas militant group as well. Since last Monday, about 10,000 Palestinians have left their homes in Gaza in fear of the airstrikes and violence. Israel's military says last week more than 2,300 rockets had been fired from Gaza at Israel, and about 380 of them had fallen short and dropped into Gaza itself. Gaza's hospitals struggle with attending to those wounded in the conflict, and their situation is worsened in the midst of the COVID pandemic, which had its second wave peaking only a few weeks ago. According to the health ministry controlled by Hamas, at least 174 people have been killed in Gaza, including 47 children and 29 women, with 1,200 injured since the start of the fighting on Monday. During the weekend, thousands of people marched in Australia and in London to protest the Israeli military attacks in Gaza, and on Saturday a US envoy arrived in Tel Aviv with the aim of de-escalating the violence. This is it for the podcast this week. Join us again next week. Take care.